Hi guys, it's Rick from Ozark Living Homestead. It's March 22nd, right about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Been working part of the area where I told you guys I'm pinning in a big section of that hillside. Well, and in the past too, I've also mentioned that I'm going to put them out here by the road. This big thing has the pond, which is way down there. I kept it bush hog pretty much all summer long. Well, everything's starting to grow out here really good right now. Well, what I did, I actually started yesterday. I marked it all off and ran strings. You can see some of this blue string. I have some pink string I've been using on the house. Twine. Then for some reason I couldn't find it all. I found one small piece, but it is way down at the other end. So what I did, I had a lot of this twine that I saved that I took off the big round hay bales. You can actually see it. I stretched it out, tied it together and stretched it out, and then used it to mark all the boundary lines of where I'm going to run all the fence line. Now this is a corner post here. And then of course this is another part of the corner. It's going to be a brace. There'll be a brace running across here. And on this one here is where the gate's going to hang. Now there was an old gate. I took it down way back when I first come up on the property. And it's a big long, I want to say it's probably 16-foot long gate. So it's plenty of room to drive a truck and a trailer in if you need to or whatever, and get goats in and out. Again, I already have it, so I might as well use it, even if it's too big. But anyway, it's going to go all the way down to the creek here, and I think you could probably see some of the posts, which there'll be a wooden one there, and that's the corner, so it's kind of an awkward corner, and there'll be another wooden post there, and then you know, again, it'll go back up to there, which I already have one wooden corner post. And over here there's another wooden corner post. Now this is going to go there's your one corner post there. Right now I'm doing this section, I'm sorry, my big finger in the way there, all the way down there is where I'm actually going to run this whole fence. But for right now, where you see that one wooden post and going over here, I'm just going to do this one section. I'm going to just fence in this one big section here. I don't know exactly how big it is, but it's quite a lot of room. And that gives me time. I can get them out here, and they got a lot of green grass and weeds and whatever to eat. And it gives me time to get the rest of it all fenced in while they're enjoying this. And this is another thing, and I'm sure some of you have run into this in the past. I had to call, they have a number in the phone book. Whenever you're, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's orange. It has two arrows. The guy didn't do a very good job, but yeah, it's right here. There's one there and there's one there. There are two cables running here, and they're running all the way back inside of where the fence is, which was very odd. I knew where you see those orange and white poles, there is the DSL cable lines, phone lines, there are Alltel lines. So again, I don't know what all kind of lines are in there, but I know it's DSL and phone lines are running there. But their lines are run out on this side. So I actually stayed on the inside of those posts right there. I stayed on the inside there to make sure I didn't hit any of the lines. But the guy marked them anyway. There are actually 3 of them, and you can see, yeah, here, yep, there's one, and 2, but anyway, there's 3 right in there, and they run over here, and there's inside that cow pasture, there's another little orange box over there, and then there's another one there where they all join, and my cable line and DSL line, not my cable, but my DSL line, phone line, and everything actually runs right down that creek, across the creek, and up to the old house there, and that's where I have it connected at. I'm going to show you guys this one thing, and tomorrow is I'm going to actually come out here and start putting in the metal posts. I got, like I said, I got this line. I haven't finished the corners yet. They have to have their bracing and everything put in, but at least I got that, and I can stretch that line tight, and I can get out here and start putting all the metal posts in and everything. Now again, this is going to be a lot bigger than what it is, but for right now I can get them in here, and they can actually have use of this while I get more time to actually get the rest of this fenced in, because it's going to be quite a bit of work doing it by myself. The neighbor did actually help me just a little bit today. He didn't have a lot of time to do it, help me. So, and I can't wait on people. I got too much I got to get done, because one, I got to get this finished up real fast and get these goats in here so they're set for the summer pretty much, or pretty much fall. And then I got a lot of cleaning up to get done, and then I got to get back on the cabin. One of the things I wanted to show you, and all these posts, these are actually the trees that I've cut down on the property. They are those locust trees, those thorn trees that I'm using. And I think you guys saw a shot. I had some smaller cedar posts up there that I'll be using for the bracing and everything. And all these were, again, were cut down here on the property. And these black locusts, which are the thorn trees, I cut these things. These things are sticking approximately 3 feet in the ground. I took the auger on the back of the tractor, and I dug them about 3 foot down in the ground. But anyway, this tire, I've known it's been in this creek down here on this end for quite a while, and backed up in there and hooked the chain and jerked this thing out. It's a pretty big tire, pretty big tractor tire. And from what I understand, this thing originally started out up at the other end in the cow pasture, and over time, believe that, that's a lot of, it had to go through a lot to get this big old tire down to this end. But again, I'm not sure, I don't know. I can only take people's word for it. But anyway, I jerked this thing out of there. It's going to help the float some. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a shot of this, and what I've been doing with this. I mean, it's a pretty big section that I'm going to have to get them started with here. And again, you can see the rest of it here. Let's see. Yep, there. There's the wooden post where I'm going to stop and come back toward me here. But it's going to go all the way down the road, all the way down to the corner, and there's the old pond back in there. It's going to go way on the other side there. So they're going to have a lot of room back in here. They're going to have plenty of room. But again, I just wanted to get them in here now, so they have plenty of space to move around in here and browse around and eat and keep it down, so I don't have to bush hog it and try to keep it clean. And it just helps me, and plus it helps them, because they want to be out of that pen they're in. Sorry about the shaking of the skies, but this ground is very unlevel. But as you can see, it's starting to green up really, really good. Grass, and mostly grass. There is some weeds in here, but there's a lot of grass growing in here. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get in. I got a couple more things I got to do before it gets dark. It's like I said, it's well, a little after 6 now, and the sun's starting to go down, and I got to get in there and get some things done. Then cook myself some dinner and get it cleaned up and everything. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go back across the creek, and I'll give you guys, for you guys, some of you, I'm sure most of you actually know what the auger looks like that's on the back of the tractor. But I'll give you guys a shot of it on the end of the tractor so you can see what I actually dug. And I'm actually going to try to do a video of me using the auger, drilling the holes for the posts. And what I do is I just hook a chain to them, drag the post up to them, get them right at the end of the hole, and then I just take and lift them up and just slide them right down in the hole. And again, I put them approximately 3 foot in the ground. I'm not even concreting them because this ground is so rocky, clay, muddy. It's real sticky and hard. I don't honestly think I need it. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go back across the field, like I said, and I'll show you guys a shot of the tractor, and be back in a second. Okay, guys, here's a shot of the auger, and I'm sure most of you know what these things are, and most of you probably have used them, or at least seen somebody use them. Especially if you've been around any kind of fencing or farming or anything like that. But I'm telling you, they're a valuable tool no matter what they cost. I mean, they take all the work out of it, and they really get it deep. Again, you can see that's a 12-inch auger that's on there, so I can get it down. I bury that thing, like I said, and so I get that post as deep as possible. And what I do is I'll take and come back with the chainsaw, the ones that are sticking up, which all of them are sticking up too high. And once I get my fence on and the strand of barbed wire that's going to go around the top, I'll take the chainsaw and come along and cut them all off flush, you know, pretty much the same all the way around. But yeah, this thing, it actually lifts up. It's a PTO driven. For you guys that don't know about them, it lifts up and you just back up or pull up to wherever you want, and you lower this thing down and you just put it in gear, and it just starts drilling, and it just drills out the dirt almost like a drill bit. Basically it is a drill bit, but it goes down in the ground and it digs up rocks and roots and you name it, it pulls it up. So all right, guys, I'm gonna go in and like I said, get cleaned up and get some dinner, and so you guys have a great day.